Hi everyone, Miss Elizabeth here for First Congregational Church of Muskegon confirmation class. Our lesson today is continuing in Unit 2 in our curriculum about the many ways that we can learn wisdom teachings. And our lesson today is about measuring success. We can measure our success by happiness and peace within. Outward successes can be celebrated, but true and lasting success lies in an ever-increasing experience of spirit. If we can expand our sense of self to include others, share love with all, and feel joy, we are successful. We're following the Progressive Christianity curriculum that First Congregational Church has purchased, although we do not own the copyright to this material. Our Unit 2 says that we believe that the teachings of Jesus provide but one of many ways to experience the sacredness and oneness of life, and that we can draw from diverse sources of wisdom in our spiritual journey. We affirm that my success is measured in happiness and peace within. Here's some quotes I want to share. From Thomas Moore, "Everyone should know that you can't live in any other way than by cultivating the soul." And from the Bible, a book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28, "We know that all things work together for good for those who love God, who are called according to God's purpose." And from Mother Teresa, "We can do no great things, only small things with great love." Also from the Bible in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12, "We do not dare to classify or compare ourselves with some of those who commend themselves. But when they measure themselves by one another and compare themselves with one another, they do not show good sense." And from the song "Seasons of Love" from Rent by Jonathan Larson, these lyrics: "In inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, how do you measure a year in the life? Measure in love, measure in love, measure in love, measure in love." Did you get a chance this past week to look at Neil Gaiman's commencement speech? That was what we posted last week. Was there anything in his speech that was helpful to you? We are, each and every one of us, wrestling with the task of figuring out who we are by focusing on what makes us unique. And naturally, we can learn much about ourselves by paying attention to other people's characteristics. What makes us the same? What makes us different? What makes us unique? Today's lesson warns against comparing ourselves to others, measuring our success by comparing ourselves. This kind of outward comparison can be quite misleading. Too many things, like inner peace, inner happiness, are hidden from our view. Measuring our own success by looking on the outside doesn't work well. In fact, Reverend Tim's message today is titled Comparison, the Thief of Joy. There are countless forms of measuring, evident in every profession and all kinds of circumstances. We want to know how much, how far, how many, how long, how big, how small. There are many tools we can use to measure: a scale, a tape measure, an odometer, a ruler, shoe size, measuring cups, a stopwatch, the yard lines on a football field, a thermometer, a tire gauge, a metronome. I'm sure you can think of more. It's natural to want to know how we measure up, too. How do we measure someone's success? What kinds of measurement are used? Money, fame, the kind of house or car someone has, an important job, recognition with awards, how happy they are. True success is about whether we are growing in our inner understanding, our ability to love, and our experience of peace. We can look at outward forms in nature and see that the trees and flowers just grow naturally without worry or fear of failure. We could say the smallest blade of grass is a success because it fulfills its purpose. Our purpose is to be the spiritual beings that we were made to be. If we strive always to be an expression of spirit, then we are succeeding. A person who knows success and failure is Ellen Degeneres. In her commencement speech at Tulane University in 2009, she had this to say about success. And I started this path of stand-up, and it was successful, and it was great. But it was hard because I was trying to please everybody, and I had this secret that I was keeping, that I was gay. Then my career turned. I got my own sitcom, and that was very successful, another level of success. And finally, I decided that I was living with so much shame and so much fear that I just couldn't live that way anymore. And I decided to come out and make it creative. And I thought, what's the worst that could happen? I could lose my career. I did. I lost my career. The show was canceled after 6 years without even telling me. I read it in the paper. The phone didn't ring for 3 years. I had no offers. Nobody wanted to touch me at all. Yet I was getting letters from kids that almost committed suicide, but didn't because of what I did. And I realized I had a purpose. And it wasn't just about me, and it wasn't about celebrity, but I felt like I was being punished, and it was a bad time. I was angry, I was sad, and then I was offered a talk show. Really, when I look back on it, I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, it was so important for me to lose everything because I found out what the most important thing is to be true to yourself. Ultimately, that's what's gotten me to this place. I don't live in fear. I'm free. I have no secrets, and I know I'll always be okay, because no matter what, I know who I am. You can check out the rest of Ellen's 2009 Tulane commencement speech on YouTube. Just search for Ellen Degeneres 2009 Tulane. I will put the link in the description section for this video if you want to watch it from that link. So let's finish up with a poem by Derek Walcott. It's called Love After Love. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, "Sit here, eat." You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit. Feast on your life. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you will take some time this week to check out the Ellen Degeneres commencement speech and join us next week. See you next time.